Have mercy on we, Biafra. Lord, give us a freedom. Have mercy on we, Biafra, and give us a freedom. Oh, Lord, have mercy on we, Biafra, and give us a freedom. Father, we need our leader. Prophet. We need our leader. We need our leader. Come on. The evil and wicked British and Fulani Caliphate can't stop itself from shining from the east of God. I saw Biafras all over the globe, and you feel it here, chanting? Well, you know, I feel you from my location, you know. We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots to go again. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to be a Jehovah roots. We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to Biafra city. We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to be a Jehovah. We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to Biafra city. I'm going to tell you, we don't fear wicked British, we don't fear Britain, we don't fear them, we don't fear them, Boko Haram, we don't fear them, we don't fear Fulani Caliphate, we don't fear them, we don't fear Mietiala, we don't fear them, we don't fear them, Bandit King, we don't fear them, we don't fear them, Janjaweed, we don't fear them, we don't fear them, Al-Qaeda, we don't fear Lucifer, we don't fear you, Satan, we don't fear little demons, we don't fear Leviathan, we don't fear little junkies, little Janjaweed. Obasanjo and his entire generation died and was buried. In our Biafra, it is business as usual. This is the new generation of Biafra. For your information, if you don't mind, mad people everywhere. Mad people. Biafra, man. We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots to go again. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to be a Jehovah roots. We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to Biafra cities. We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to be a Jehovah. We are going back to our homeland, to our roots. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to Biafra city. We are going back to our homeland, to our roots to go again. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to be a Jehovah roots. We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to Biafra cities. Yerima Shatima, the Boko Haram big being said, and the Lagos the Yorubas can be buying the land for 100,000. And Fulanis will buy them for 150 or 200,000.
Can you believe that that same Boko Haram kingpin is now the vice president of the animal kingdom, Zoological Republic? The same Boko Haram kingpin. Pathetic.
Alibaba will buy his own for 10 million. Biafra nation is a home. We are going home to Biafra city. We are going back to our homeland, to our roots to go again. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to be a Jehovah roots. We are going back to our homeland now, to our roots. Biafra nation is a root. We are going home to Biafra cities. Yerima Shatima, the Boko Haram kingpin said,
Boko Haram kingpin.
The Yorubas can be buying the land for 100,000. And Fulanis will buy them for 150 or
He's the vice president.
For 10 million. Can you imagine?
Mad people.
I'm seeing Biafra already, man.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. Let's see one or two things, update, and then we'll move. I want to play our Prime Minister. All right, where is it? My PM. From my PM, please. All right. I don't have a message from my PM. I don't have it. I thought I had it. Okay, had it.
Biafra Republic, peace, unity, progress. Biafra Republic, peace, unity, progress, and equity. What we do is spiritual.
The Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, Simon Ekpa, has announced the initiation of a process to delegitimize the Nigerian government within Biafran territory. This process, which includes a series of steps, was disclosed in a press release via his official X page. To achieve this objective, Ekpa has directed Biafran citizens to refrain from hawking near military, police, naval, or air force checkpoints. This measure, he says, is intended to enhance safety, especially for children who often engage in hawking activities. He further tasked Biafran governors with removing military checkpoints, or citizens will take action. Ekpa also called for the resignation of state commissioners in Biafra land. He stated that the state commissioners have been given a 5-day grace period to resign from their positions. He added that after September 1st, any commissioner representing Nigeria within any Nigeria-created state will be treated as an enemy of Biafra. Ekpa also directed the temporary suspension of morning mass and prayers in churches within Biafra land due to impending security challenges. He also raised security concerns in regions around Iche and Ngobala. He identified the region as volatile and urged residents in these areas to exercise caution. The British Prime Minister also introduced a new slogan and motto tagged Biafra Republic, Peace, Unity, Progress, and Equity. He said the slogan has been introduced to unite Biafrans.
Thank you. Thank you for joining me tonight. It is Pastor Vam Midnight Cry. Very, very sorry. Today has been a hectic day. Sometimes you think you just have all the time, but there's little or no time. Coming out from a very long meeting, and here I said, no way, we just have to do something. And there's a video I needed to have analyzed since I have not been able. Maybe I should join it with this other one. And first of all, play this one here. And then, if possible, we're going to go get the other one. Let's see some of these ifulefus that will cover all their face, before they will realize that they are actually fighting a lost battle. This one, his name is it Chude or Chukwumerije? These are the people that supported Obi. And, the funny thing is that they will continue to speak English while the water is swallowing them up, while the zoo is closing up on them. And they will still continue to speak English. They will continue to hope, continue to believe. They are fighting for one Nigeria. Never say die, one Nigeria. But the same Nigeria is the one that wants to swallow you. And you continue to say, never say die. That is how other people fought for their freedom. The way you are fighting for Nigeria is not the way other people fought for their freedom. Number one, other people that fought for their freedom, they fought for a legitimate right to their freedom. What they were. South Africans, they were, occupied. Their lands were occupied. And now the apartheid regime lingered because they were fighting for the freedom of their land. Do you understand? Other countries, the same. They fight for their freedom to drive away the occupiers. But you are in Nigeria. Nigeria is the one occupying you. And instead of you to fight for your freedom from Nigeria, you are fighting to free Nigeria. Nigeria is the one that occupies you. Nigeria is the one that wants to swallow you. Nigeria is the one that have reduced you to nothing. Instead of you to fight to free yourself from Nigeria, you are now fighting to free Nigeria. I don't know where the sense of these people are. The freedom you need is supposed to be from Nigeria. That is the freedom you need, to be free from Nigeria, because Nigeria is not your originality. Nigeria is not who you are. Nigeria, you were not born in Nigeria. Your forefathers were never Nigerians. So how do these Efulefus who claim to be learned be talking like Anwewu? How can they be talking like Anweji? I don't understand for the like of me. That you went to school, you know your history, you understand quite well that Nigeria is a company, a British company that they seek to maintain. And today, you see what is happening in Nigeria. The miscarriage of justice supported by the creators of Nigeria who want to maintain and make Nigeria remain the same. You are fighting to keep that Nigeria? Are you normal? Are you seriously normal? I don't understand. So if up till now you have not realized that your problem is Nigeria, that you should detach yourself from Nigeria, because your slavery is Nigeria. The slavery you are today is what Nigeria made you. It's what Nigeria made you. That's why you are a slave. That's why you are suffering. To keep Nigeria one. How? How does keeping Nigeria one give you freedom? How? Eh? Everybody that ever tried it, everybody that ever fought for Nigeria, they have ever regretted it till date. Till date. It has not helped anybody. Everybody they jackpot. Why are they jackpotting? They are jackpotting because every effort they have made to see if they can save Nigeria, it backfires on them. And this Adwewu, who is unfortunately a Biafran, is still there, speaking English, speaking grammar. How that Nigeria is this or that, how that people fought for their freedom, and that they need to fight it all until they all payme. You go payme, and Nigeria will still be seeking for more to payme. The only thing that will save you is that you stand up and say, instead of Nigeria to payme you, you will payme Nigeria. Do you understand? Because if you do not payme Nigeria, Nigeria will payme you. Let us listen to him. When he speaks this English, some of you will be looking for, how do you shave this guy? Is it his beards that covered his face that is making him to remain a fool? A learned poet? You can sing. You want to sing into freedom. You want to do this and talk eloquently, but your eloquence is zero. As long as you do not understand that this is the categorical problem you have. It is called Nigeria. That's your problem. Number one problem. Okay, listen to him.
I'm here to tell you that black people in America struggled for 87 years to regain the right to vote. Black people in South Africa struggled for 82 years to regain the right to govern themselves in their own country.
They struggled for how many years? Black people in America, Now, first and foremost, you didn't even tell them how does black people end up in America. You know, that is the slavery mentality that they will never be delivered from. The black people in America till tomorrow, they are not free. They are putting their hope on you to get that freedom that they need in Africa so that they can come back to where they belong to. Because all those things they fought for till tomorrow, they are still being segregated, they are still being looked down upon, they are still trying to see how they can prove that Black lives matter in a country that is not their own. Then Black people in South Africa struggled for how many 80-something years to govern themselves in their own land. You understand? In their own land to govern themselves from external aggressions that came aggressively and took their land. That one is genuine freedom fighting. But for you now, in your own land, in your own land, they come, excuse me, they come, they give you a different name, they divide you. You know, they tell your own brothers and sisters that they are not part of you because they cut them into one other side and they begin to divide them. And they call it divide and rule. Okay? In your own land. Now, they have succeeded in, instead of them establishing and keeping their presence in Nigeria, they had to select the people they will be able to manipulate and give them a system how they will be able to run the thing and give them feedback in London. And they will remain the commonwealth that doesn't concern them. How does my wealth concern Britain, for goodness sake? How does my own wealth concern them? And now they come all the way from Europe, and then they gather all of our countries and all of our territories, and then they want us to be under them, and they call it commonwealth. And you are here, instead of you to think very deep and know that this is the freedom you should fight. You are here trying to make your narrative look good, your English look good. You just want to talk. May they say you shall speak English. But your brain is completely zero. Okurisi, come, is what you carry in your head. Let me just allow him to play. And then you understand why, when I listen to these bunch of fools, and I just ask myself, which school? The people that didn't even go to school, traders, are better than you. They say, Igbo man love money. Yes, that man will love money, but he gets sense. In the reason, you know who him be. You know how them born up. You know, say this thing when they go through. These people with the answer, they don't be him or God. Him supposed to be a God of his own self. For your own land. You go school, but you don't know anything. Yeah. Listen to the idiot.
I'm here to tell you that Black people in America struggled for 87 years to regain the rights to vote. Black people in South Africa struggled for 82 years to regain the right to govern themselves in their own country. That is the reality of change. Change is not a sprint. It is not even a marathon. It is a cross-country run. Change does not happen in 4 years. It does not happen in 8 years. Change can take 80 years.
You see what this idiot is saying? This idiot is trying to tell you that even if they deny you your OB tribunal, and who are the people that denied you? It's not the white people that physically came to deny you, even though it is the white people that is encouraging them. It is your own fellow black-skinned people, who are answering to the white people. They are the ones that have taken it upon themselves to rob you, to exploit you, to become criminals, and yet they twist the law. Koro, you are here telling them that it is something you can endure and fight. 4 years is not enough. 8 years is not enough. Change can take 80 years. So to this Afron idiot, he's ready to go on another 80 years fighting this same devil. That's what he's trying to tell you. That he's ready to continue for another 80 years to continue validating the nonsense called Nigeria. And they call it change. Changing what? What do you want to change? What do you want to change? To change Nigeria? How? They tell you it is impossible, that they don't want you to change Nigeria. Even Obama came and told you that it is something, though keeping it one is something that must be done. So why can't you leave the people that want to keep Nigeria one and fight for your freedom? Leave Nigeria. It is not by force that it must be a Nigerian. Isn't it? Then leave Nigeria and fight for who you are. You are here preaching a poetic, nonsensical gospel that change. It shouldn't be only 4 years. It shouldn't take 8 years. It can take 80 years. Your forefathers have died. And you, how many years are you? So you will continue in this misery and die. And you are encouraging the next generation to continue to endure these people. Yeah? And take in hook, line, and sinker all the rubbish they are feeding you with. Can you believe that? That's what this Anofia is saying.
It is not even a marathon. It is a cross-country run. Change does not happen in 4 years. It does not happen in 8 years. Change can take 80 years. But what does it take to sustain the passion for change, the energy for change? What does it take to sustain that struggle for 80 years? This is what it takes. These words, I love my country and no go.
You see, this is a very sweet song. You see them and say, yes, it's a one Nigerian. It's heart full of Nigeria. He wants to turn it into song. I love my country. Which country? What is there to love in a country that has never worked? It has never been a country. It's a company that favors the people that created it. A country is a place that when it is set up, it favors the people, the countrymen. Now, Nigeria has never favored anyone that's ever called themselves part of that country, because it is not a country. It is a company that favors the owners of the company. This guy is so deceived to continue to fool himself, even coming out to sing stupid song that I love my country, I no go lie. How? Is he not a fool that will continue to love something that is, killing him? So do you mean loving Nigeria, even though Nigeria is a corrupt and a crazy country or a crazy entity, loving it is good for you to make that change happen? A country where integrity can never be upheld, where there is no justice, no law, no rule of law, a criminal, a drug baron who bought everybody, did everything, murdered people, shed innocent blood, just because he wants to get into power, and gets into that power fraudulently. And there are so many evidences against him that everything he did was against the law. And he bought the judges. He bought everybody. And then they comes and they validate him. And you're here still trying to tell people, continue to love the country. Continue. You have to love it. You don't go lie. How can you rate this foolishness? How do you rate this stupidity? How? What some of them that have sung like this idiot is singing, like someone like Magnus Oraka, that have believed this nonsense, they come to a point where they will now begin to say, I don't want to be Nigeria. I am not in Nigeria. Nigeria is not a country. But when we have given them all the empirical evidence Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did. They saw it. They said, yeah, how can you say Nigeria is a zoo? How can you call Nigeria a zoo? And it's your country. One of them, saw me recently, the first day. It was trying to tell me, okay, I know that what you are saying is true, but which passport are you using? What is your name in your document? Very stupid, nonsensical people. And you see that they will tell you, I went to school, I have brain, I have knowledge. Fools with gray hair. Fools with gray hair. Okay, listen to him singing.
For change, the energy for change. What does it take to sustain that struggle for 80 years? This is what it takes. These words. I love my country and no go lie. For inside I go live and die.
Hey.
When it taught me so, I twist so. It push me, I push I no go. It is that decision.
Wait, okay, Aboki is clapping for him. See, Aboki is clapping for him. Aboki is clapping for him. Let's take the lines of his song. Let's look into the lines of his song. Let's look into the lines of this song, his songs. Listen.
Words. I love my country and no go lie.
Now you see, you are only an idiot because you want to love a country because you and your country, who is bigger? Your country is supposed to be bigger than you. It is your country that is supposed to be supporting you. Now you are the one that is loving your country, but your country doesn't love you. So will you continue to love someone that doesn't care whether you exist? Forget about that nonsensical thing we were taught in the Bible. Very nonsensical. Love those who hate you. Do good to those who do you bad. Nonsensical gibberish. I don't believe it. It's a lie from the pit of hell. That is not God. The God of the Hebrews, the God of the Bible, didn't teach us so. They only twisted all those nonsense to deceive you because they know it will get to a point where they will do you and they don't want you to do them back. I love my country. I no go lie. You love your country, but your country doesn't care about you. Let's go ahead.
For inside I go live and die.
You see, for inside him go live and die. I'm not fear no one. He travels abroad whenever he wants to. Whenever he wants to go get visa, they will give him visa because he is a popular face. He comes from a very famous family, the Chukwumerijes. Some of them, while their father was alive, they go on holidays abroad and all that. But this idiot is here telling you that cannot travel, that if you go and apply for visa in the British embassy, they will answer you. If you go and apply for visa in Johannesburg, nobody will answer you. To South Africa, they will give you visa. But this one, some of them, they even travel with diplomatic passports. And is here deceiving those of you that should stand up and fight for your freedom and end this impunity. He's telling you that inside them, I go live and die. Look at him. Inside them, he go live and die. When they were protesting for NSAS, I think he supported some of them for the NSAS. But when the jungle matured, he kept quiet. He hid under his shell. You cannot hear him even say anything about those that were murdered because of NSAS. He can't say it. He's even afraid. He will be afraid to mention anything NSAS now because he can only sing to some military officers that are there and some Aboki senior officers that are there and singing that inside them I go live and die, because they are using this idiot to deceive some of you, that may not have schooled like them to believe that there is still hope in Nigeria. If this one can tell you inside them I go live and die, then let us all die for Nigeria. You die for nothing. You die for what? You die for nothing. Because these people that are singing for inside them and will live and die, they will not die for Nigeria. This one. Because any opportunity to pick people now, they are the ones that they will remember. They remember them. Where's the son of Chukwumerije? They give him one post. One Tifnubu now, we realize that this one is ready to die for Nigeria. They will call him apart and give him one post. And everything continues. They will still continue to deceive people for inside them and will live and die. only fools will listen to him.
When it turned me so, I twist.
He said, when it turned me so, I twist am so. Now, with all the turning, when Nigeria don't turn you, how many times have you been able to twist Nigeria? Common election when you win election. You have the numbers. You couldn't twist it. They turn you and they shut you up. You can't say nothing. So when have you ever been able to twist them so? As far as you remain one Nigeria, you can never be able to twist them in any way. Like you raise up your voice, they shut you down. You protest, they permit you. You come to toll gate, they shoot all of you, and everybody will keep quiet. And the Fashola will come like a robot and come and pick camera and say the evidence. And then the Shawolu will come and say nobody died, and everybody will keep quiet. Yeah? It turn you so, you twist them so. You are a bloody liar. None of you have been able to twist them as long as you continue to be a one Nigeria. Because the only thing that you end up benefiting from one Nigeria is that you will die and nobody will mourn you. Is that it will just meme and then your life will just be like that. Sarah, you die for free. For free. For free. I'm not seeing the comments. How do you know that a post has not been given to him? Thank you very much, my dear. Let's listen to him again.
So he pushed me, I push him.
You see, he pushed me, I push him. I know go. Yeah, he pushed me. Okay, you continue to push him, he push you. Now, the only thing that succeeded pushing you is Nigeria. You have never been able to push Nigeria back. You have never been able. As long as you are not rebelling against her, you will not be able to push her. No way. Today, dollar is 1,000 to $1. Against all the promises they promised you. Every government that leaves is always better than the one that comes in. Every government that leaves is always better than the one that comes in. Even Tifnubu that is entering, I told you that he will continue in the legacy of the impostor. Now, is he continuing the legacy? No, it has become worse. And I expect it to get more worse. And this annual fear is here telling you it is he push you, I push him. I know go. And now listen to the idiot as he concludes. As he's singing it, Aboki is clapping for him.
No go.
See, Aboki will clap for him.
That decision to commit to staying, to seeing it through thick and thin, through ups and downs.
So he's telling you have to stay. Stay and see it through. Don't jackpot, don't go anywhere. Stay there. You know, if Nigeria, they do you, continue to strong your face, suffering and smiling, we continue. You were created to suffer, and you go suffer until you come. That's what this Amorphia is telling you. Did you hear the kind of gospel he's preaching? Satanic gospel. Satanic gospel. Okay, let's okay.
Through thick and thin, through ups and downs, to never give up. That is what it takes to build a country.
Okay.
That is how all the countries you want to jackpot to were built.
How? So, is there anything that signals in Nigeria like other countries? Is there any sign in Nigeria that resembles how other countries got to where they are? Every other countries that are doing well today, they improve on everything. They use their best. Their best don't run away to go somewhere else. But in Nigeria, their best have disappeared. Anybody that wakes up and finish, they want to go elsewhere. Because there is anything they give in Nigeria, they don't get anything, that suits them in return. So the best, they all disappear. This one is saying that is how all the other countries were built. Other countries have integrity. They have progress. They are progressive. They don't eat up their own. They don't eat up their future. They plan. They build. They are not stupid. They are not foolish. They are not criminal in nature. They don't allow criminals to take power. They don't allow criminals to take power. So they allow men of integrity. It's not men that are looking for how they will steal, but men that are looking for how they will affect the lives positively in the country. And that's how the countries will grow. Not a man that wants to take power at all costs, spending billions upon billions to take power. When that man eventually takes power, how do you expect him to affect your lives positively? He's going to regain all those money he spent. You know, like now, all those judges that delivered a judgment recently, you know, there's speculation going on that each of them got billions of naira. They got huge sums of money. Do you understand? So if this criminal drug baron is able to give away such money just to maintain his leadership or to remain in power, and then they have succeeded in keeping him there, he will get all those money back. So are you going to expect change? And this one is saying that people have to remain and fight it through. You can't get that change. The things will continue to deteriorate. And the funny thing is that this Anwofia here, he knows what has happened to his generation. He is an Igbo guy. He's a Biafran. He knows the story. He knows the history of Biafra. He knows how his forefathers have fought for this equity and justice. And Nigeria denied them. He knows what Ojukwu went through. He knows how Zik tried to please them and how they poured him on the floor. He knows all those things. He knows what the governors are doing today. The eastern governors, just to maintain their seat, how they are licking the asses of these criminals in the north. People that don't have anything with Biafra land, but our own governors licking their asses to remain in power. He knows how these things are playing out. And he knows that there is no development in the southeast. He knows. He knows that they promised Peter Obi that he can never ever be president. And not only Peter Obi, they already said that they don't trust you as an Igbo man, and that an Igbo man can never be president in Nigeria. Not only that, every of the presidency or the leadership that comes, they deny you, they deprive you. He knows. He's an Igbo guy. So are these not real things? Is this something that somebody is making up? And how can you come and begin to fool yourself with your bia, calling yourself that you have to fight for Nigeria? With Nigeria, a country that doesn't want you, a country that wants you extinct. Eh? You know, that's why some of these people, as we prepare for our land, our glorious land of Biafra, these are the set of people that already we know their fate. Already we know their fate. These ones, we know their fate already. So we don't need to say it. We already know what we're going to do to them. Idiots.
Ups and downs to never give up. That is what it takes to build a country. That is how all the countries you want to jackpot to were built.
Shut up.
All the countries you want to jackpot to were built by young people who stayed back, enduring conditions of misery to ensure that their country was lifted up.
You see, that is his name, DK Chukwumerije. So he's telling you to endure conditions of misery to ensure that your nation is lifted up. So what he's actually telling you now is that all the misery going on in Nigeria, it is worth enduring. Endure it. Continue to be one Nigeria. You know, every other young person in other countries, they endured their misery. If not so misery they be for Germany, you think that Germans would just be looking at their leaders and allow them to, you know, get away with criminality and impunity, and then the country will look like that? You think if that is how it was, even in the Britain that are taking advantage of us in Biafra land, you think if that is how they are running their system, that even their young ones over there will just endure it and allow them have their way and their system will be built like that? You think that is how foolish they are and their countries are like that? You're just a moron, a big one for that matter. DK Chukwumerije. Oh my goodness me. All right, I just wanted to play that to you, and maybe I might have about 30 minutes to bring it up, to bring up people to say one or two things to it. I see a lot of comments, a lot of comments. Let me go back and bring that a video of his brother in the one Nigeria, whatever, what do you call him? Magnus Oraka. All right. I'm going to do something first and foremost. I will refresh because I know that maybe when I bring it up, it might just be slowing down. Okay. Okay. Hold on, guys. Okay. Let me put it on the screen. I couldn't get the direct video, so I'll play it from this guy's channel. Full screen.
Yeah, hello. You know me. I have never at any point in time advocated for violence, advocated for division, advocated for anything that is negative or retrogressive. But with what is happening at the petition tribunal, I can confidently say that there is no need for Nigeria. This is not a country. I'm not saying do anything, but you know what I'm saying.
This one is telling you that I can tell you that there is no need for Nigeria. But the other one, after he saw it, because he has the opportunity of talking to big men and military men, he's telling you Nigeria is my country, I go live and die. But this one is day one corner for Guaosa. They tell you that there's no need for Nigeria, but he's he's afraid while he's saying it, though, and he's telling you that I'm not telling you to do anything, but you know what to do.
I will never come on this channel to support one Nigeria. I'm reading the ruling from ABBA with all the idea that the cameras are not even shooting the judges. In fact, I'm disappointed in this country. I will never talk about Nigeria again. Whatever it is that is necessary, that you think it is the right thing to do, please do. But this is not a country that they.
This is not a country. Whatever is necessary for you to do, just do it. This is not a country. Okay, let's go.
Useless judge, you're saying that the Peter Obi could not even specify where election were rigged. God punish your father. Are you telling me in Plateau State that the election INEC declared in Plateau State?
But Mazin Namdekanu told this idiot. Mazin Namdekanu told you that your PVC doesn't count in Nigeria. That it is INEC that decides who becomes your president. The Mazin Namdekanu not say it. But this annual fair here, you will see him in videos saying Mazin Namdekanu is a criminal. Mazin Namdekanu is a thief. Simon Ekpa is a criminal. I don't trust them. They are rogues. Nigeria must survive. We need a new Nigeria. P2P is the way. All of them, they were reporting our account up to tomorrow. Even now that the victory for Biafra is sure, even now that the way for Biafra is open, they have started reporting our prime minister again. More than 20 videos of our prime minister, more than 20, were deleted from my channel yesterday. More than 20. So what it means is that they have started reporting our prime minister again. And when you find out the people that are reporting this thing most of the time are people from Biafra side. Some of them that they have given privileges of one post or the other. No, don't worry. You see that the funny thing is that's why you don't ever give them any benefit of that. Just leave them, because the best thing for them is for Nigeria to happen to them. This one, Nigeria have now shown him shege from every corner. He's now crying from one side of Plateau that there is no need for Nigeria, that Nigeria is bad, that Nigeria, the judge is God punish their father. No matter how many times you invoke God to punish their father, God is not involved in Nigeria anymore. That is why those of you that are praying and fasting for Nigeria, if you are enemies of God. You are enemies of God. You are enemies of righteousness. You are fasting and praying for Nigeria. It no go ever better for you, because God himself has turned his back on that wicked and evil entity. And you are calling God's attention to something he has rejected. Something that God has said no to. You will be dragging his attention and saying, God, see Nigeria, help Nigeria, save Nigeria. Honestly, there will be a package for you in hell. I'm telling you. There will be a very special package for you in hell for distracting the attention of God by asking him to remember Nigeria. Honestly speaking. Listen to him. Let's continue to listen to him. It just makes me to laugh, Let's go.
I will never talk about Nigeria again. Whatever it is that is necessary, that you think it is the right thing to do, please do. But this is not a country. That the useless judge was saying that the Peter Obi could not even specify where election were rigged. God punish your father. Are you telling me in Plateau State that the election INEC declared in Plateau State is a true reflection of what happened? I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed. Now, let me quickly make a disclaimer right now that this video is not urging Nigeria to go into war, to riot, or to protest. But I want to say categorically that I am not a Nigerian. I am.
Did I hear him say that? No, did he just say that? That he is not a Nigerian just after a court sitting? Well, is it the court sitting that makes him not to be a Nigerian? Or is there anything else? I don't understand. If it is just the court sitting, this particular court sitting, that makes him not to be a Nigerian, but the court sitting of Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, you see why Chukwokike will punish people like this. The court sitting of Mazin Nnamdi Kanu doesn't make him to deny Nigeria and to say he's not a Nigerian. This guy is from Biafra land. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, was not in Nigeria. He was in Kenya. Not with Nigerian passport. He was traveling on British passport. Nigeria government collaborated with some criminals like this guy, criminally minded stomach infrastructure like Magnus Oraka, because it's only stomach infrastructure criminals that will, consciously plan a kidnap. They kidnapped Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, renditioned him to Nigeria. And after all this said and done back and forth, the same court of appeal where this judgment that he's now crying and saying that he's not Nigeria, the same court of appeal declared Mazin Nnamdi Kanu discharged and acquitted. And not only that, that court said that no court in that zoological Nigeria has any right to try Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. After that being said, the Minister of Justice and the Attorney General, Malami, who happened to be a convicted criminal also in that Nigeria, withdrew the judgment, went to a Supreme Court, stayed the execution, and this idiot did not deny Nigeria. He did not say, I am no longer Nigeria. How can such a thing brazenly, a case that was won, declare that nobody can try him, and you withdraw that judgment, and he's still in detention. He's not allowed to see his doctor. He's not allowed to travel for medical checkup. Nothing. This Amorphia did not deny Nigeria. He did not say he's not in Nigeria, but only because Peter Obi was denied presidency. Peter Obi denied presidency, and they told Peter Obi that all these people, all these things you are saying about Tinubu, these are things you knew before you went into the election. All these things you are saying about Shetima, these are things you knew before you went into the election. Why did you not fight it before you went into the election? You didn't fight it. And the election went on. And after the election, you are now fighting it. Between that Peter Obi and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, whose judgment is more clear? Which one is more clear? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, of course. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had no business with Nigeria. He's in Kenya. They kidnapped him. Peter Obi ran election with the same people he knew. Did you not see Michael Zokeme? This one is crying foul in play 2. I'm saying that he's not a Nigerian. Michael Zokeme was giving Shetima a peck, a hug, a handshake. I see it as a congratulatory greeting. Michael Zokeme was congratulating Shetima. If you did not see that video, it is everywhere on Twitter. I don't have time to go into rubbish. Michael Zokeme, who was representing Peter Obi, whom we now know is part of the zoo system, was congratulating Shetima. He gave him a handshake, peck and a peck, laughing with him and all that. Did you not see it? This is somebody who's claimed that his Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is his client. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was discharged and acquitted. None of them said that they were not Nigerians anymore. They wanted to fight for Nigeria. And after that, this happened. And this Amorphia is here crying, I am not a Nigerian. Listen to him.
That this video is not urging Nigeria to go into war, to riot, or to protest. But I want to say categorically that I am not a Nigerian. I am also not a Biafra, But this...
Now, you see why hatred will send people like this to hell without mercy. Hatred for truth. He said it's not in Nigeria. And some of the people listening to him, except maybe now that they are listening to me, watching me, most people does not even know that he is connected with Biafra. It is those of us that know. But because his conscience will never be clear until he ends up in the bottomless pit, he denied Nigeria that he's not a Nigerian. And then he opens his gutter again without anybody instigating it, that he is also not a Biafra, no. So which is to tell you that this guy is an unsincere person, completely insincere. So now tell me, what is the difference between him and the judges that just passed judgment on Peter Obi? What's the difference? Somebody who is clearly a Biafran. He knows he's a Biafran. And he's crying over a judgment that was passed on Peter Obi. And by that, he saw that Nigeria denied Peter Obi. And he said he's not a Nigerian. And at the same time, he's also telling you, I am not also a Biafran. So him and the judges, those 5 judges, who is better? The judges are better than him. This kind of a person can never get justice. Peter Obi can never see justice. Nobody supporting Peter Obi will ever succeed in seeing justice. You know why? They are full of lies, hypocrisy, evil, and satanic agenda. Everything about them is evil, hypocrisy, satanic agenda, insincerity. There's no truth in them. A Biafran is denying his Biafranness because he is trying to support Peter Obi or supporting the enemies. He said, because he knows that Nigeria is not true. He's agreeing with us that we are not Nigerians. But because he doesn't want to stand on the truth completely, he wants to continue to deny the truth. He quickly is also denying who he is. That is why people like you, Magnus Oraka, in this my midnight cry, I don't want to spare you. In this my midnight cry, and my Magnus Oraka, Okumwoge Gadiegu. Okumwoge Gadiegu. I'm telling you, because you cannot try to eat your cake and at the same time want to have it. What kind of foolishness? What kind of lie? And you are 419. You'll be 419. You will be thief. You'll be thief. You wish that Nigeria should give you justice, but you are denying the justice that is rightly due Biafrans. Because you know you are a Biafran. Why can't you say, yes, I am not a Nigerian. Yeah, I am a Biafran, no, but I would prefer it to be done this way or that way. Because you know you are a Biafran. If there's anything you don't like about Biafra, if there's anything you don't like about some people in Biafra, you can say it. Not for you to say you are not a Biafran, no. Because you know you are a Biafran. You know you are a Biafran. And we are not looking for you to come and validate us in Biafra because you are already one efulefu. When we call you efulefu, it means that we have rejected you. Once we say, hey, Magnus Oraka, Chukwumerije, or Chudek or Chike, what's his name? Chukwumerije. Once we call you efulefu, you remain that. That's what you are. Efulefu. Biafrans will not embrace you. Biafrans will not help you. Onunube one does not play with you. We don't care about you. As long as you don't care about us, you will perish with Nigeria. Let's listen to him. I'm not also a Biafran, no. Onyara. Who cares about you being a Biafran?
In Nigeria to go into war, to riot, or to protest. But I want to say categorically that I am not a Nigerian. I am also not a Biafran, no. But this Nigeria cannot stand as one the way it is. The lesson to be learned from this thing is that people can actually employ criminality and dare those that are robbed to go to court because they know the court will deliver this type of blatant, barefaced, hypocritical judgment.
People like you shouldn't even open mouth and talk about hypocrisy when you are an embodiment of hypocrisy. Embodiment of hypocrisy. I have said it out here. Judgment was denied. Justice was denied Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. A more accurate justice, more vivid justice, justice that should be accompanied with compensation was denied Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. It was not enough for you to cry. You are crying because Peter Obi, who is also one Nigerian, Peter Obi is part of Nigeria. So whatever Nigeria gives him, he should slug it out with Nigeria. You understand? But Mazin Nnamdi Kanu is not a Nigerian, denied and refused Nigeria. And yet in that Nigeria, he got justice and it was denied him. And you're here talking about hypocrisy, which you are a typical hypocrite.
I am so ashamed. This is not a time to be a Nigerian. I am very, very disappointed. Whatever it is that you think, whatever it is that is going to your head now, and you think is the right action to take, that's okay, fine for me. But I'm not asking you to do anything. I just watched the ruling, and I'm like, God, please tap me if I'm dreaming so that I can wake up. Tap me if I'm ruling so that I can wake up. In a country where Asari Dokubo has marched people to Abuja, blatantly these are thugs, these are rogues, parading themselves, and nothing is going to happen to them, then the likes of us who are observing the rule of law, observing peace, doing what is necessary, yet we are afraid to be arrested. Even this video I'm making, I'm sure that I probably will be arrested. If I'm arrested, I know that at least I'm arrested for the interest of Nigeria.
You see this idiot? You see this hypocritical liar? He says he knows he will be arrested. The same person that just said 3 minutes ago that he's not a Nigerian, he will never speak for Nigeria. And at the same time, he's opening his gutter to tell you that he knows that if he's arrested for the interest of Nigeria. So you are still representing the interest of a place you have denied. So how do we begin to help this EU? How can you help him? He has denied Nigeria. In the same vein, in less than 3 minutes, he comes back and says he knows he'll be arrested. Why he's denying Nigeria is because he knows that Nigeria is a land of impunity. And he said he doesn't want to be a Nigerian anymore. And at the same time, he said that if he's arrested, he's representing the interests of Nigeria. So you see them, they complain, they cry, but they don't want to let go of the devil. They complain, they cry, but they don't want to deny the devil. You know why? Because the devil is living in them. The devil have built 10-story buildings in them. The devil will walk with them, eat with them, and completely ruin their lives. There's no way they can be delivered from this devil called Nigeria, because that devil lives with them. That devil will consume them. Those of us that know who this devil is, we have eschewed this devil. We have denied this devil. We have rejected this devil. We do not want to have anything to do with this devil. So even if this devil comes to pay us to sing our praises, we will tell her, to hell with you and your money. Perish with you. I don't want to be a Nigerian. At the same time, in the same vein, I am representing the interests of Nigeria. How do you describe this kind of a human being? How do you describe this kind of human being? So how do you even believe that these people will ever want to maintain anything, truth or justice? Tinubu calls this guy now, this idiot. Tinubu calls him aside now and tells him, Magnus Oraka, don't worry, take this 10 million, forget P2B. He will put it in his pocket, he will come out and he will begin to fight P2B. I'm telling you, Tinubu called this idiot now, gives him 10 million. He will deny P2B and fight P2B. There's one they call jollof rice from Delta State, Warren. Jollof. He was supporting PDP before. Then suddenly he got money from APC. He began to insult PDP. He said PDP is evil, PDP is this, Tinubu is one. Then suddenly, maybe the money they gave him was not enough. Suddenly we couldn't even hear from him again. That's how they are. That is how they roll. Let's play it. I don't want to interrupt it again because I don't have so much time to spend tonight. I'll allow you to play. I've analyzed this video sometime before. I'll just allow you to play. I'll say a few things later, and then I'll bring in some people for like 20 minutes, and then I'll call it a night. Let's go.
Parading themselves, and nothing is going to happen to them. Then the likes of us who are observing the rule of law, observing peace, doing what is necessary, yet we are afraid to be arrested. Even this video I'm making, I'm sure that I probably will be arrested. If I'm arrested, I know that at least I'm arrested for the interest of Nigeria. But I am very, 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 very disappointed. This is by far the most ignominious state, the most depressing state, the most retrogressive state that Nigeria has ever found itself. Nigeria can never be in this backward. I spent my years arguing and fighting against proponents of Biafra, saying that they don't know what, they are stupid, that, blah, blah, blah. But how can you not ask for a country to split with this type of barefaced, open-hearted, skewed judgment? Even when we said all eyes on the judiciary, they still couldn't respect the wishes of the masses. You want to uphold Tinubu's vote when the whole international, in fact, this is the last straw. This is the last straw. Unfortunately, this is the last straw. This is the last straw because we know that the executive is compromised, the legislature is compromised. Our hope was, okay, let's see if...
Please take notes what he called Biafra. He said that Biafra, he referred to us as proponents of Biafra. You know, I don't have time to really talk about everything this Amorphia is talking about. Proponents of Biafra, you know, and he was admitting that we have rights to call for this country to break up, but at the same time, everything he's saying here vindicates us. Everything, every goddamn thing this Ewu is saying vindicates us. But he now refers to us as proponents of Biafra. You see, did you see him? Oh,
the judiciary is not compromised. This is purely an attempt to redefine Nigeria to be an Islamic country. Purely. This is an attempt to redefine and restate and rename Nigeria to an Islamic country. And all these judges, when Justice Ugo resigned, I wondered why he didn't take it up to continue. This is so bad. I've not been following the judges, so, but I just let me quickly go to Facebook and see if something new. And I'm hearing that they've thrown Peter Obi's petition out. How can you throw Peter Obi's petition out? How can? How?
This place made me laugh. The way he screamed, how can? How can? You know, the funny thing is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have told these people several things about Nigeria. Several things, everything about Nigeria. And the way he's surprised, how can you do? Do you think that we are foolish? Do you think we didn't know everything about Peter Obi? We end up in disarray, dismay, disappointment, shame, and disgrace. We knew all this while. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told them. And now this idiot is screaming and shouting as if nobody said it before. How can? You know what? How can they not? You live in the zoo. You are a zoo. Let's look at him again. How he screamed like a mad. How can?
This is so bad. I've not been following the judges, so, but I just let me quickly go to Facebook and see if something new. And I'm hearing that they've thrown Peter Obi's petition out. How can you throw Peter Obi's petition out? How can? How? A man that Nigerians came out wholehearted to vote for, and you say you are throwing it out. It's a shame. If you're a lawyer, Rafi, your father, God punish you. You're a grace. Your father.
You know what's happening here? Some Tinubu supporters jumped into his live video and they started commenting. You know, he now venting his anger on them. One of them that first of all commented by the name Rafi, he said, Rafi, you dey crazy your father. Nigeria is a hopeless place. You look at this person, old man, oh, the person papa, that be this person papa, fooling himself, disgracing himself, allowing Nigeria to make a caricature of him. Just look at what Nigeria have done to Peter Obi. Look at what Nigeria have done to them in their millions. Some of them celebrities, some of them educated people, doctors, lawyers, very intelligent people. Look at how Nigeria have turned them into zombie. We tell you, forget about this. Nigeria will disgrace you. Nigeria will make you look like Anofia. Nigeria will make you look like an animal. You will no longer behave like a human being. Forget about Nigeria. Let us fight for our freedom once and for all. Peter Obi, LP 75, LP 70, OB 70, Kareke 70, LP 70, LP, LP. Now, all the RAP, how far? Stop this nonsense. Stop this madness. Let's get Biafra. No, RAP, 70, RAP, AB, OB, one day. Nigeria agwa hapụtụ n'ihu ebe a na-eme RP LP Obi nwanne Obi. Stop the bullshit. Let's get Biafra. No, RP. Look at them. Educated fools. Nara.
Petition out. How can? How? A man that Nigerians came out wholehearted to vote for, and you say you are throwing it out.
Okay.
It's a shame.
Ah.
If you are a lawyer, Rafi, your father, God punish you with a grace. Your father. Rafi Abudu, your father. Abdul Salawu, your father. God punish all of you now. Mona they talk, let me just identify make I dey block you now. Useless set of human beings. Is this the
You are the most useless woman. Now you be the most useless. Those people that are there commenting and you are insulting them, they are Nigerians. They are Nigerians. They are fighting to protect their criminality, to sustain criminality, because they admit the criminality. They are the 419ers. They are the pocket pickers. They are the agberos. They are the ones that are defending Nigeria. And you decided to mingle with them. You decided to mingle with them. That is why they come on your page while you are fooling yourself with your LMP, and they come and they are making comments. All you can do is get mad and insult them. No, you don't have to insult them, because you are the one displaying madness here. Yeah, they are commenting on social media. Then leave them, allow them, since you want your LP.
Rafi, your father, God punish you with a grace. Your father. Rafi Abudu, your father. Abdul Salawu, your father. God punish all of you now. Mona they talk, let me just identify make I dey block you now.
Okay.
Useless set of human beings.
Are you be useless?
Is this the country you want us to stay with you? I will be the one producing the oil. The oil you'll be eating. Then you are saying that I'll be feeding the country, but I can't rule the country. Split Nigeria now. I will not run. I'm not going to run.
You see, he says split Nigeria now. That is what he's now calling for. Split Nigeria now. Split Nigeria as how? How? As what? In what way? How? You have to know what you are asking for. Don't be a moron. Don't be a moron. What have we been talking about before? We need our own breakaway. We started announcing now today. People respect us. We now have a government. We will be inaugurating our government on the 15th of September. Our headquarters in Baltimore will be inaugurated on the 15th of September. I'm going to show you the clip and the pictures. So stop fooling yourself. Now you are saying split Nigeria. Split Nigeria how? Which way now? You have to define how you want it. Because on the same vein you are saying split Nigeria, you are refusing Biafra. Are you not a moron? Are you not a split Nigeria? You will not run. Look for him now. He has run. Oh. I'm telling you, go and look for him in Plateau now. You will see him. The guy don't jack by, don't run.
Useless set of human beings. Is this the country you want us to stay with you? I will be the one producing the oil. The oil you'll be eating. Then you are saying that I'll be feeding the country, but I can't rule the country. Split Nigeria now. I will not run. I'm not going to run. I'm in Jos. I live in Rukuba Road. Please, that's my address. Come and pick me up. It is better to stay in a cell than to live in this country. This is not a country. And please, if you have money, you are staying abroad and you can take me out of this hellhole, please help me. I'm sick and tired of this nonsense. This is just...
Nobody will help you. Now there you go, Peme. Nobody. Enjoy Nigeria.
It's rubbish. We cannot call ourselves a country when a certain group of people have the power to buy the legislative, buy the judiciary, and buy the executive. This is not a country, and I feel sorry. You know, there is no time. No time. I have come to this channel and propagate violence. I have never done that. You know, I've never done that. But with what has happened, I'll only be stupid to say that we should continue like this. No wonder they tell you go to court. If you are not satisfied with the rule, go to court, because the court will be like this. Nonsense. Nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Let me count those that if you insult me, I block you. Imagine if it is If it is the South that rigged this election, the country will be in war. But imagine saying a Christian I rigged this thing. War for one day. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just so disappointed. If I come online again, I'm not going to talk about Nigeria, because I strongly believe that Nigeria is not worth it. I want to talk to all those Biafra, all those Igbo people that have said Nigeria is a zoo, that I tried to be politically correct, try to redefine. I'm very sorry for my dissing. I was only trying to act more matured, but truly, a zoo, Nigeria is a jungle. Nigeria is a jungle, and clearly, if it is possible, the Southeast and the South should come together and negotiate how.
You see, this guy was a typical Biafra agitator before. Now he has gone back to where he tried to peg himself when he started denying his allegiance with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. South, Southeast, South, South. There's nothing like South. It's only a moron. Go and check your dictionary, check everything. Go to every country. It doesn't exist. South doesn't exist. Why don't you have North? Why don't you have East? South. It doesn't exist anywhere. So why do they call you South? But they don't have anything like West, East, North. That's South. You are just a moronic fellow. He has gone back to that place where he will be, now, because very soon you will still see him dance back. They said they are going to Supreme Court. You will see him. I will show you the video. I will still show you. For you to know that these people, they have no integrity. They don't know where to stand. They are just fools. Yeah, so to him now, Nigeria is a jungle. We said Nigeria is a zoo. He said, he was insulting us before, but he has come to apologize. That he said he would prefer to say it's a jungle. That zoo is even better because zoo is more organized. A jungle is. Have you ever heard of the word jungle justice? So they are now using a more stronger word than Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The same Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You see why Chukwu Okike will punish people like this? Who is the person that made you know that Nigeria was a zoo? It's Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the one they kidnapped, the one that have gotten justice. Is this not supposed to bring you people back? Thank you. So somebody's asking a very valid question here. Where is Kanayo? Where is it? This thing is supposed to bring you people back to the state where you will say, but it's true. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the one that called Nigeria a zoo. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have gotten justice from this same appeal court, and they denied him. So we are not the first to be denied. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case precedes our own. So is it not time for you to come and say, in fact, in short, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's freedom should be priority for us now? Obi, to hell with you. Labour Party, to hell with you. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you got freedom. Let us get you out. Are you not supposed to be apologizing to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and be crying to pull down the roof on his behalf now? But you won't, because you are all fake. Fake. And we don't need you even to do that, because we are doing the needful to get him out. You're a bunch of fake people. Now you are apologizing and saying that Nigeria is even a jungle. A more serious, harder word than the one Mazi Nnamdi Kanu used. And you people are saying, especially those of you from the Oba side. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he said Nigeria is a zoo. How can you say Nigeria is a zoo? You have their passport. You are a Nigerian, and you say Nigeria is a zoo. You are just a this, you are just a that. Now today, you are now telling us that even zoo is a kinder word, is a more better word, that Nigeria should be called a jungle. What should we do to you now? What should we do to you for ridiculing and insulting our leader and insulting us for calling Nigeria a more decent word, which is zoo? More decent. listen to the bunker.
How we can come together. Not this Biafra of Nnamdi Kanu, not that Biafra of Nnamdi Kanu, not that Biafra or not that one. I still remain, I'm not a proponent of Biafra. Biafra of Simon Ekpa, Biafra of Nnamdi Kanu is an Igbo expansionist agenda. I am not in support of Nnamdi Kanu's Biafra. I'm not in support of Simon Ekpa's Biafra. But I still believe that.
I will not comment on this. Please jam that door for me. Jam that door for me. I'm not going to make any comment of that on this. I am going to allow people that will want to come in to make a comment on it.
Forget about Supreme Court. If you can't get it here at the tribunal, Supreme Court is a waste of time. We should come together, South and Southeast. We should come together and discuss mature, intellectual, transparent ways.
Welcome back. Thank you for watching that video.
All right. It's okay. Thank you. We have heard you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I am done with him. So maybe I have 10 or 15 minutes. Put up the link. Like that part where he said, I am not talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Biafra or Simon Ekpa Biafra. Some people might have a word or two to say about that. Let me allow you to do the talking. I've done enough talking. All right. I'm putting up the link now. Please, not more than 20 minutes so that I'll go to bed because I'm going to work today. The link, I've put it up. Let me see if I can pin. Let me see if I can pin it. Okay. I've pinned the link on Raf Chiamaka TV. Let me see. Maybe I should also pin it on Nigerian Global. Okay. I've pinned it on Nigerian Global. Wow. I have my people here. Ayochuku. I know Ayochuku is very angry. Ayochuku. Ayochuku, I want to thank you for the birthday gift. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you.
No problem.
All right.
Our pastor, okay, we know. It's not enough to thank you for the Ezibut all in our pastor. You know, because the truth today, if you look back what is happening, I understand that now in school, after during the graduation, some people will pass, some people will fail.
Yes.
Because as a student of Radio Biafra, you know, under the professor of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we learn a lot. He make it clear for us that persistence. We must keep what we are doing. We must keep up what we are doing. If you look at consistency is the key. If you look at what is happening, ask yourself, Pastor, had he been Finland arrested Simon Ekpa, what would be our fate now?
What would be our fate? Wait, let me appreciate this, my beautiful sister, Cynthia Nanje. Thank you so much. 50 pounds. Wow. Thank you so much. I appreciate your gift. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. So ask yourself that question, because when they were doing this thing, they were hoping that now the zoo will give Peter be president because of what Simon Ekpa is doing, because of what IPOB is doing. That was the only hope. Yes, that was the only hope. They were hoping that because of what we are doing, the zoo will give them will give Peter be the president. But not knowing that the zoo is not thinking the way they are thinking. The zoo is on a mission. Yes. The zoo is on a mission to conquer everyone. You know, the zoo is on a mission to conquer everyone. See, just like Magnus Oraka, look at him. He has become a bat now. Also called Buzi. Also no Nigeria, Biafra. Then because he can win the ABC. Just like me, I denounced Nigeria 6 years ago.
Beautiful.
I announced Nigeria days ago. I'm a Biafra. Even though Biafra, I will be a nation. We are still struggling. But I'm very proud to call myself a Biafra.
A Biafra,
you understand? So, like Magnus Oraka, this is a confused bunch of people, Pastor. But the only thing I take out there is that we must remain resolute as what we have learned. Because this is a Biafran struggle during the student of Radio Biafra. We learn a lot. We learn a lot. We learn a lot that this Biafra is not just Fulani is the problem. It's about the injustice done to the whole world. It's what we are trying to rewrite. The injustice done to our black people is what we are fighting, not just that Biafra. So once that Biafra come, the black people will begin to breathe. That's the only truth. So the truth is that leave them, don't confuse people. I can tell you that during P2B election, I was removing so many platforms, so many WhatsApp groups. Because of what? I was projecting Simon Ekpa, no election in Biafra land, no election in Biafra land. They removed me.
Yes.
Today now, where are they? Where are they, all those P2B people? Because they lack the vision. They can't see far. I was just fortunate and opportune to be one of those people who can see far, Pastor. I can see far. I can see what will happen in 10 years' time. It's a gift given to me. But when I'm saying this to my people, they just look at it. Is it not Onibo? Is it not this guy they know? But the reality is that this Nigeria will collapse by himself. This Nigeria you are seeing will collapse by himself. It doesn't matter what they do. It will collapse like himself, and that Biafra will march. Thank you, Pastor. I can see my other brothers here. Let me give them chance. So that they can.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Yeah, Daniel Chisom, please can you give us your own submission?
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening, everyone.
You're welcome.
Thank you for the good work you've been helping us to because let me go just directly to the point. You see that man? That man is some like poverty is like a seed. When they sow that seed and they begin to germinate, you see some people who begin to misbehave because they don't know anything. They are grown up through poverty. That man grew up through poverty. And when this thing are going on, the money that he's getting before, he is not getting it again. He is thinking that P2B through P2B will be getting all those money again.
No, exactly.
And again, I don't even want to. I'm not even they call Nigeria. I know they call it Nigeria. It's British supermarket. It's not a country. It's not a country. It's complete British supermarket. Abuja is the head office. State is the branches. That is why you see them behaving like illiterate. When they talk about freedom, they think that because do you know what they're afraid of? They're afraid of when that thing come up now, because all of them that are saying all this rubbish now, none of their children is in this country witnessing the hardship.
None of them.
None of their children. So they are thinking that when that thing emerge, they are going to lose because all this our youth that is angry, they cannot give them space to do all those rubbish that are doing in Nigeria. Do you know the secret thing about all those things they're doing? All those things they're doing, they want to make. If do you know that this is what they are getting Namadekano? The reason because the way they're thinking that they want Namadekano to get it is the way the Azikiwe get Nigeria, so that corruption will continue. Because Azikiwe get Nigeria by Kone way is not truly independent, and they want to get it in that way so that the Biafra will continue in corruption country.
Yes.
Thank God for all of you. God will continue to protect all of you.
Thank you.
Let me give my brother a chance to speak. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Daniel. Thank you. Mazidike Nkem, let me unmute you. Nkem, go ahead.
Yeah, Pastor Bam.
My
Good
brother.
evening.
Welcome, sir.
Yeah, I see this man Oraka.
You know him very well now. Don't you know him? You know him now?
Yes, I know him. He's crack.
Because Every old school in IPOB should know Magnus Oraka.
It's very everybody. You know, all their hope has become lost. It's not a Nigeria and it's not a Biafra. I feel where they belong. It become an impact. So let's see what was coming out of him. You know, the judgment them, that's of them. If you go to Google and type Justice Carona petition delivery,
okay,
it is going to tell you that the petition, the judgments were written by Tinubu lawyer. Yes. It is written by Tinubu lawyer and hand over to Justice Carona to deliver. So this stop their mouth and they don't know what to say again. So Obi deceived them. Obi deceived them. And he will continue to deceive them more. Because he said he's going to God. I don't know what he's going there to do.
The same Supreme Court that gave Hope Uzodinjo number 4 and gave him number 1 in Imo State. Is it not the same Supreme Court that Peter Obi wants to go to?
He cannot get justice. He can't get justice. He will get only judgment.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you very much.
Continue to tell other people to come in.
Thank you so much. All right, let me allow my brother Donatus. Then I will go just call it a day because the time is late here. Donatus, 2 minutes.
Okay, sir. My brother Raf, I remain blessed, sir. Good evening, sir. From here. So this Oraka, the product of obese. All of them has lost their senses. They can't think right. He's just thinking like an animal. Just as he just wisely mentioned, is one of the zoo animals. One of the animal in the zoo. He's just thinking backward. I was hearing that man before when he was under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, listening to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, when he was with his right senses. But now he has gone away, gone out. Just like Obi, I was busy dispersing the Mazi Simon Ekpa's message to them after the judgment. All of them were angry against me when I was showing them how Obi morons tried to despise it to them for them to hear and whether they will get sense. But the more you talk to senseless people, the more contrary they go. So because that's how they will be going until all of them are demolished. Because Biafra must come. And God will bless all of you who are working tirelessly to see that Biafra come. Biafra must come right before their eyes. They will continue going like Judas, and that is how they will be destroyed. Before they will know it, Biafra will be declared. That's one thing I'm sure, I'm certain. And God are going to bless all of you that are faithful. Continue in your work. And may God continue protecting and preserving all of you. That's my prayer for all of you in Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you very much. All right. Please, I'm going to go around. If you guys still have 2 minutes, please, Mazi Ayochukwu, I'm going to give you another 2 minutes or 3, please, to remind Biafrans about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's day tomorrow, because it's already past midnight here. And tomorrow is another Monday. Let's remind Biafrans of the needful. I know we don't need to remind them, but we just have to tell them, appreciate the Biafrans for what they have been doing in the home front. And it's another Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's day, which is complete lockdown of Biafra land. As they are doing their obedience going to Supreme Court, let us encourage our people about this at home. Please take your time, 2 or 3 minutes.
Yes, Pastor. You see, the truth, like you just said, we don't need to remind them. We just need to appreciate them, because even with disobedience now, it will even escalate it more. Yes. You see, everything is happening in our favor. Everything is happening in our favor. Biafrans back home, listen. Yes. Because look, I'm abroad, but I'm always shy when I remember back home. I'm always I'm in a country where there is freedom. But what will I gain? I stay in this country, finish. I couldn't replicate that freedom back to my people. It's a shame for me. It's a shame for me, you know. It's a big shame for me, Pastor. Look, you guys must continue. You guys must continue to sit at home. You guys must continue to sit at home. Stop listening to Ifeanyi Uba and all those people. Let me tell you people the truth. The other day I saw Ifeanyi Uba with his children making video. But what Ifeanyi Uba is not telling you people is that in that London where him and his children are, people around him, all these white people, they see them like a rat. They see them like they have no respect for them. Ifeanyi Uba enjoys Nigeria more than that UK. Because there, anywhere he go, people hail him, oh, Ifeanyi Uba, oh, he move around there with all his luxurious car. But in that UK, people want to spat at him. Some little kids, because on issues, a black cunt, black man, a useless black cunt. He's a black cunt. They want to spat at him. They see him like a smelling dog. But they will come here, they're using it to deceive you people. No place like home. We want to go home. Even me staying here, sometimes you see people that you better than. They're looking at you like you're a rat, you are an animal, you're a black cunt. That's what they call it, black cunt. You understand what I mean? So you guys must continue to sit at home. We are winning. Biafra is here. Biafra is here. Don't let anyone deceive you. Forget about what Soludo is doing. Even that your Soludo you are seeing. Even that your Soludo you are seeing. When he go to America, he's nobody. People want to spit at him. Nobody sees him like Soludo the way you are seeing him. You are seeing him, oh, governor of Anambra State, Soludo. But here in abroad, when he come, little kids, even elderly women that is sick, want to spat at that your Soludo. No place like home. We must get our freedom so that we can all come home and live a good life. I'm living in a country where people see you like a dejected human being. Soludo, when he goes abroad, they want to spit at his face. No, everybody see him, they see him like animal. That's your Soludo. That is the truth. So you must remain resolute. They're deceiving you. The only people telling the people the truth is we, the Biafra. Pastor Bam Bam Bam, Simon Eba, all those social media warriors. They are the one telling people the truth. Because the truth is that we better come home to fix our place. So that when our place is good, you can go anywhere you want to go. And people will treat you with respect. But like this, nobody respects you. I'm telling you the truth. People want to spit at Soludo. Soludo don't feel comfortable in abroad the way he feel in Nigeria. But they will come, they will be deceiving you people. Thank you. Continue to sit at home. We must continue.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my own brother. Thank you. Daniel Chisom, I know you have said before, but I want you to give one or two words to your brothers and sisters that are with you down there. Tell them why you must continue to sit at home tomorrow. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you very much. And I beg, help me. They do something. So I'm one Nigeria too.
That's why I want you to tell them about it. I can see that you are there.
Freedom are easy things. It's not easy things. Somebody help freedom. So freedom is a sacrifice. Onye chọrọ ịbụ mmadụ, ọ ga-take years to become who we want to be. On sacrifice. Ancha niile nwee ndidi n'ihe dị ọkụ ga-eji oyi one day. And ndị ọbụla si n'azụ nọ, ekwere ka freedom bịa. Ọkwa azụ nọ ahụ ka a ga-esi wee na. Yes, now as they come, obedient Peter Obi come, because I know it's the handwork of British to destroy all our efforts. But as he come in that way, that God will disgrace him. Even in that Supreme Court, he's not going to get anything. After that Supreme Court, you go finish the cry. Where you cry after election. We continue telling them that is not the way. Allow us to be. We want to be alone. It's not a crime. When we say we want to be alone, it's not a crime. Allow us, but now them is suppressing us. Do you know that even this is not the kind of a thing? If you ask me, I would tell you that many of all those people, Peter Biha, if I answer but onye ọbụla si na window bata ọkwa window ka ọ ga-eji wee pụọ. So ka onye ọbụla nwee ndidi, ụmụ nwanne m ndị nke nọ na east, unu nwee ndidi, ihe dị ọkụ ga-eji oyi, ihe dị ọkụ ga-eji oyi. And I pray, just obey the instruction, sit at home. That one day cannot do you anything. You should also calculate, what if I come back, and what if I come out and didn't go back? What will be my fate? So that one day cannot do you anything until we get to that place. I know Biafra is around the corner. I always have dream when we raise, because even this thing that is happening, years ago, I have a revelation. When there is crisis in Nigeria, it's only people that serve through one God that is safe. Only people that serve through one God that is safe. If you are not serving through one God, you are going to die. And I see it, the thing is playing in my mind. I always see it. That is what is happening in Nigeria. Nothing is working. They are all hopeless. Just just be patient for a moment. Our freedom is at hand. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Donatus, are you still there? Donatus, are you still there?
Sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, please.
Yes, I'm still there.
In 2 minutes, I want you to say something. I want you to, you and Daniel, you are in the home front. Unmute yourself, Donatus. You are in the home front. What is it actually that both of you and many like you, many millions like you, have seen that have made you to stick your gun with the Biafran government, that have made you to continue to put your unreserved support on Mazin Namdekan and Mazin Simon Ekpa? Why are others not seeing it? Or what is it that they think will change for them? Because you can see it evidently that nothing will change, but why are they still, not fully behind what you people are doing to support this government of Biafra? That make you to support it at home, and yet some of them they give them money. Is it that you don't love money? What is it that is making you to make up your mind?
Coming out loud.
You can hear me? So please talk to them and let them receive that sense that you have received, that made you to stand firm one place without looking back.
Okay, sir. What I want to say here is this. Truth is always standing the test of time. Truth is the only thing that will always stand the test of time. And one thing you know about Nigeria is never a country. It's just a mere geographical expression. So it's never a country in the first place. It's just a mere geographical expression. It's never a country. It's never a nation. We does not have similarity. Those that
your network.
Culture different, custom different, everything is different. So we don't.
We're losing your service, the network. Donatus.
Hello. Hello. Okay.
All right, go ahead, round it up.
So am I coming? Okay. So Nigeria is never a country. It is just a mere geographical expression, as I said. So it is for business, for British, and at the same time for the Northern and the Hausas. So the only thing you, as a indigenous people of Biafra, would do is to fully support Biafra, support Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and all the cabinet, because they are the one conveying the truth as of now. And you should not support all these saboteurs from the DOS, those that sold our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but support the Biafra government in exile and making sure that you join us to sit at home, comply, play your own part, do your own best in order to see that Biafra comes. So that when Biafra comes, you'll be able to explain to your children, look at the part I play in my own level, look at what I did, because the reason why we are supporting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa is because they are the one holding the matter for now. They are the ones standing on the truth and are not deviating. That is why we cannot play with this to Joshua and Caleb, because after Moses, it was Joshua and Caleb that took the people in the promised land. And the same thing is going to repeat itself in the now. Mazina, the Kana, and Simon Ekpa are going to take the Biafra in the promised land. And all the oppositions, all the people who are opposing them are going to be died on the way. Just like Dr. Korea and Abara died, so they are going to die. That's one thing I'm certain about. So I applaud all of you to join us. Let us continue putting our own best at our own disposal. That's all I want to say in a nutshell. May God bless you as you participate in this sit at home, and not only sitting at home, do play your part. In fact, in contribution, in your prayer, in everything, to see that Biafra become a success. And at the end, you are going to receive your reward, just as the cabinet will be receiving your reward. Remain blessed. And Sam and my brother, Amaka, Pastor Vam. In fact, I continue praying for you people. And God will continue blessing you and enlarging your coast. You are not going to lack any good thing in your life and your family. You're just putting an investment and structure for your children. Just like Simon Ekpa, the same thing is happening to all of you. All of you are going to rejoice. Just like Joshua and Caleb and all the youth are rejoicing in when the promised land was end. So all of you are going to rejoice. And we are going to rejoice together. We're going to see face to face. May God bless you. Have a nice night in Jesus' name.
Thank you very much.
30 seconds, please. Can you give me 30 seconds?
All right, go ahead.
The reason why I stand with Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa is this. They have already, you cannot tell me that they're hungry. And they go there, they see good things, they want to bring that good things to us. And when I see that thing, Nnamdi Kanu is not a hungry man. Simon Ekpa is not a hungry man. For them to come out to speak for us, that one is number one key that I will stand. Even if this come to war, we will do it once and for all.
Wow.
Because the thing is getting out of our hand. Our daughters is into prostitution. Our sons is into ritualist, of which is not supposed to be like that. So that is why I stand with them, and nothing will change my mind.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a wonderful night. Thank you. Ayochukwu, please, can you give us your final remark before I will close the service tonight?
Yeah, Pastor Vam. I thank you very much, Pastor, for keeping the fire burning. Because we need it. We need it because our people. I don't know. I'm one of those people who believe that this Bible, this religion, and this education have done a lot of damage onto our people. Because that is why our people cannot reason again. That's why they can't think critical. Like this Dr. Damage's show. Sometimes I go there, but when you want to talk, they tell you, because they speak English, they claim that they're educated, they went to Harvard University, but they can't reason critical. They can't even see the difference. They can't even see what is happening. You see, the truth is that it's not an easy task. Our leader said it. One of the biggest tasks is to reshape a black man's brain, because a lot of damages has done there. I thank you very much, Pastor. We must keep the fire burning. I thank you, Biafrans. You guys must remain resolute. Don't be afraid. Because, Pastor, another thing is that these people have used propaganda and think they have used all this, their propaganda, make you to subdue you unto fear as if they have warplane, they have submarine, they have all these things, they can take it to destroy you. No. You shouldn't be afraid of them. What is inside you is bigger than those things. They are afraid of you. Ask yourself this question, Pastor. These people who have all these things, why are they afraid of you? They call you black hands. They call you.
One Navy officer called me yesterday. A Navy officer that have run away from Nigeria is now in America. He called me. He said his colleagues called him, these colleagues that are from Niger and some of those Fulani from Niger and in Nigerian army. They told him that the highest thing that Nigeria is afraid of now is Simon Ekpa. That they are afraid of Simon Ekpa more than anything. And now, you know what they have done? They have gone to bribe all these DOS and all these politicians in the Southeast. They bribe them, telling them that if they can bring down Simon Ekpa, that they will release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And one foolish thing is that they don't understand that these same people that are holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, It is the same thing that Mas Simon Ekpa is doing, that Mas Namikano have been doing, that made them to hold him. So they are promising them. That's why you see all these US, they're not giving up on Simon Ekpa, because they say they feel that to release Mas Namikano is more important to them. So let them do anything to sacrifice Simon Ekpa and release Mas Namikano. And because they feel that when Mas Namikano come out, they will continue to shout, "Oh hey Biafra, oh hey Biafra." Another round of donation to continue their Nzama. You know, that Simon Ekpa is the highest thing the zoo is afraid of now.
Yes. Yes, Pastor. It's come back to what I said before. I told you I'm one of those people who have, fortunately, I can see far. Don't forget, I was removed from IPOB DOS in Australia because I supported Simon Ekpa. I saw Simon Ekpa from the very first day. He made a video about Biafra. I'm the one who started sharing his video onto IPOB platform Australia. You see, I saw this Simon Ekpa before, but what DOS doesn't know is that there is nothing they can do. There is nothing they can do. It's just like it's just like the fly that follows the body to inside grave. There's nothing they can do. You know. So the truth is that our people need to wake up. Nothing to be afraid. Nothing to be afraid anymore. These people that we think we are afraid of them, they're scared of you.
Yes.
Even this Oyibo, they fear us. Why are they fearing us? Upon all their war tank, nuclear weapon, they're still afraid. You will be surprised that even if they throw the nuclear weapon in Africa, it will not work because we have the magic. We have the magic to stop it. So we must remain resolute. Nothing to be afraid anymore. They are afraid of us, brother. We must get our freedom. How can you come here in Nigeria, a country, white men come to create a country and stealing everything from there? And here calling me black hand, looking down on me. I mean, we must stop Nigeria from existing. Nigeria needs to end. That's where I stand. Even if it's going to take my life, let it take my life and let my children live. Nigeria must end. I'm telling you the truth. I'm so ashamed to walk around and somebody is attaching Nigeria onto me. I'm not a Nigerian, I'm a Biafra.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Pastor. We must keep pushing. Biafra is here. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Wonderful one. Good night, my brother. I'm going to see you tomorrow morning.
Pastor.
Thank you so much.
See you.
Thank you. Awesome. Awesome. Now, fellow Biafrans, this is where we'll end it tonight. But before I go, I want to remind you that on the 15th, here is the announcement. The Biafra, this is the Prime Minister, Biafra Republic Government in Exile, and this is the leader, indigenous people of Biafra, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. The Biafra Republic Government in Exile cordially invites you to the inauguration and unveiling of our administration office in Baltimore, Maryland, United States. This is the date, Friday, 15th September 2023, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. The venue is 7200 Bel Air Road, Suites 1 and 2, Baltimore, Maryland, 21206. Please remember the dates, remember the time, remember the venue. It is Baltimore, Maryland, USA. Venue is 7200 Bel Air Road, Suites 1 and 2, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Friday, September 15th. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and our leader, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, they have given their nod to get this office opened. Biafra Republic Government in Exile cordially invites you to the inauguration and unveiling of our administration office in Baltimore. This is our head office, opening on the 15th of September. Our Prime Minister will be speaking to everyone in that place live and direct from the base. Live and direct from the base, he will be speaking to you. So if you are in the USA, don't miss on the 15th of September. Do not miss it. On Friday, 15th of September 2023. Please do not miss it, because that day is going to be in Baltimore, Maryland, United States of America. If you want to know the way the offices look like, this is one of the meeting hall in that particular office. This is one of the second hall. The main hall, I don't have the picture here, but you're going to see it more in our programs as we progress. But this is the main hall. You can see how beautiful it is. You can see this is from where the leaders will be administering the office, you know, at the administration office. It will be taking place from here in Baltimore, Maryland. You see that? You see that? You don't want to miss it. You definitely do not want to be told. You want to be there live and direct. You want to be there live and direct. Don't miss it. You are all invited. Thank you very much. And I want to appreciate you once again, Cynthia Nanje. Thank you so much for your support tonight. I appreciate your gift. May Chukwu bless you. Really good. Thank you. Thank you, fellow Biafrans, for joining me tonight. I am Raphael Chamakajere, aka Pastor Vam Vam Vam. I'm going to see you in some hours from now on my Otutuoma. But I need to go to bed now to have a bit of rest. And until I see you on the Otutuoma, may God bless you. May God bless our leader, Mazin Namdekano. May God bless our Prime Minister, Odogu, Mazin Simon Ekpa. May God bless our Biafra Liberation Army, our Eastern Security Network. You have been seeing the videos from our Biafra Liberation Army. These men are equipped. These men are ready, defending our land, and they are ready to give it to the zoo. Water. We are not afraid of them. We have all the equipment we need to stop the zoo. Let them try again and fly with a helicopter. Bring your Tucano jets in Biafra land. If we will not bring them down, bring them. And we'll show you that we have everything it takes to stop you in Biafra land. With a play, it is show. See you tomorrow. Commercial. Catch you phone, everyone. Good night. Good night, my brother Yochku. Good night.